Hello. So, everyone else has already played Slender and lost interest and moved on, so I figured it's time for me to do it. Because that's how I live my life. Planning to start Pokemon Go in 2020. Alright. Admittedly, I don't play horror games as much, because I find them a bit boring. A lot of them basically just get you from one jump scare to the next. I mean, some of them have some strategy, but a lot of them are just, they throw you into a scary world, and it's like, here you go, things are going to scare you, enjoy. And I find that a bit boring. I mean, obviously there is a contingent of people who enjoy that, which is cool, but for me, I just prefer, like, games that require some sort of skill. I'm gonna tell you a secret. Not much of a secret, I guess. I've always wanted to have a gaming channel because, you know, I like games and I like commenting on things. But I've always felt like gaming channels are more fun when it's two people or more, I guess. Because oh wow. Right. So I guess I'm not getting that page. Or can I walk around him? Is that too risky? There's obviously going to be a page here, or there should be. There it is. Right, so I mean, there are obviously a lot of really popular one-player gaming channels out there. And, you know, if you're a talented entertainer, you can make it interesting, even if you're on your own. But I just personally prefer, you know, two people stimulating each other. And besides, that way, like, one person can control stuff while the other comments or just sits there and looks pretty, I guess. Well, this is scary. I mean, if he corners you here, you're screwed. Can't even see if there's a page, because this is not very effective flashlight work. Turning corners is the scariest thing in the world, isn't it? Okay. Well, I don't know if I have properly circled everything, but I'm going to pretend like I did because I don't like it in there. That's very effective gaming, isn't it? I don't know much about the game. I have played it before, but not for very long and not very successfully. So I don't even know if the pages are always in the same places or if they, you know, appear randomly. Like, one would imagine that there's a thing, this building, so there has to be a page because, you know. But I have seen a few people play this game on YouTube. I've never seen anyone beat it. I've only watched, like, Let's Players and people who don't even really do gaming much, just play this game specifically. So I've never seen anyone do it well. I've only ever seen people mess it up. So I don't know much about the game because I wanted to play it, so I didn't want to spoil it for myself. And everyone who's found this building never found... Oh! That actually scared me. Never found a page in it. They just walked through it and there was nothing in there. Maybe that building is just a troll. It's just there to terrify you. Let's sprint. I don't know if you're supposed to conserve battery or not. Is that the same? Did I return to the same building? I don't know if there is like any kind of navigation in this game because I am sucking at it clearly. Grotto! Creepy grotto! Great! Of course there would be a creepy grotto. Why not? Just all the various situations in which you can get cornered and murdered by a supernatural entity. And there isn't even a page on it, in it. Whoa. More creepy music now. Uh-oh. Oh, he's literally there. Cool. Maybe the page is on the grotto, but if it's on the other side, he's gonna kill me. Guess I'll have to come back when he's elsewhere? Or does he... Did he leave? Guess we're about to find out. Really? I inspected this whole thing and there's nothing on it. Damn it. It's just... I'm annoyed. I think I have like an older version of the game. Uh-oh. Because the few videos I've seen on YouTube of people playing it, I think they had better like graphics in this. Wool. Lovely. Is it a cross? If you look at it from above, will it be a cross? Is there Slender just around the corner? Oh, yes there is. The sound is the scariest part of this game. It really gets you, the boom. Where do we go from here? When we know Slender's near. Understand we'll go hand in hand, but we walk alone in fear. Where do we go from here? channel, that'd be my niche. Just randomly burst into song. Until, inevitably, someone sued me. I mean, it is technically fair use, but fair use is kind of a blurry thing. I studied copyright law a while ago, recreationally. I study law recreationally! I am so fun and relatable. It's like, could you be any more Ravenclaw? Apparently I could be. Recently got sorted into Slytherin, which isn't surprising. I mean, I've always known that there's some Slytherin in me. It is my second choice, but I've never been sorted into it before. And then I took the test immediately after, again, and immediately got sorted back into Ravenclaw. Great! That's what I need, another identity crisis. Thanks, Pottermore. So, singing somebody else's song is technically fair use if you modify it enough, but fair use is sort of blurry. It's very dependent on the situation, which I guess is how it should be with law in general, because, you know, law without application to real life situations is pretty much pointless. And either way, I'm sort of more worried about, like, wronging someone than breaking the law, especially in this kind of situation. Because, you know, the worst they can do is, like, make you take the video down. But if I sing someone's song and they really hate it, it's like, I don't want to do that to someone. Or maybe they just don't want other people to perform their songs in this kind of scenario. Even if I have the legal right to do that, I don't want to if the creator of the song is uncomfortable with it. Like, that's more important to me than the actual legal aspect of it. I feel like, in general, doing the right thing is kind of more important than following the law. I mean, I'm pretty law-abiding, but I do take, like, my own moral compass more seriously than just the law. Is that the same grotto? Not sure. I mean, of course, when it comes to, like, doing the right thing, it's a bit difficult to just, like, use that as your guide in life, because everyone has a different understanding of what the right thing is. Oh my god. That sounds like my neighbor's drilling. But actually, I know it's supposed to be scary, but it actually just sounds like drilling. Which is funny, because my neighbors drill a lot. This is just funny to me now. I mean, like, pretty sky. My motto, not motto, my rule in life, I guess, is see, that wasn't really scary, was it? I mean, the static makes it kind of less scary, I think, because It's like they warn you that you're about to die. It's like, static, more static, even more static. Boom, you're dead. Yeah. I guess this isn't really like a jump scare game. It's more like a creepy, eerie, unnerving kind of game. So it's not supposed to really jump scare you. It just makes you scared throughout. But, you know, I didn't find that very scary. I am playing it with the light on because this camera is so crap. It wouldn't be able to record anything if I turned the light off, which is of course a lot less immersive, but what can you do? Let's try it again. I think my flashlight was pretty much dead by the end of it. I'm not entirely sure how you're supposed to conserve battery power in this, because you can't see anything without the flashlight on. So how are you supposed to do anything without your flashlight? This kind of reminds me of that Stephen King book about a girl who was lost in the woods on her own for like several days. And what got her through it was that she was listening to baseball games on her radio. And there was this whole thing about how her batteries were dying, and she would like turn her device off to conserve battery power, and then listen to it to boost her confidence and will to live, I guess. Ooh, I haven't seen this yet. These are like tanks of some sort. Interesting. Let us check what this is. There has to be a page somewhere here, right? Or Slender. Or both. There it is. Nice. I don't really know the lore for this game, because I sort of like to go into things without knowing much about them. Because, like, the less I know, the more immersed I am, I guess. But I am curious what these pages are supposed to be. Do they belong to Slender? Is that why he's trying to kill you? Like you're taking his doodles. If these are his drawings that he has placed around here for some reason, and I'm just grabbing them like a total dick, then sure, he has every right to kill me. I mean, if he corners me in this, I am so dead. Actually, one of the few times that I played this game before, I actually got cornered in this building by Slender. It was so cool. He had like tentacles or something behind him. It was like really awesome. Oh. Okay, another thing that I don't really know is, am I supposed to look at him or not look at him? Because in some games, if you look at the scary thing, it kills you. In other games, you're supposed to look at the scary thing and then it doesn't kill you. What's the dealio with this guy? am so slow. Turning your light back on after you've had it off for a while is really unnerving, because it's like, what is it gonna be? A pile of corpses. I think that's probably a little above this game's level of, you know, animation. Pile of corpses. That would be interesting. Nothing like a good old pile of corpses. I wonder if there is some sort of navigational strategy to this game, because I'm just walking around the woods with no understanding of what I'm doing. Obs. Maybe if you actually know what you're doing, it's easier to actually find stuff, because clearly I'm doing something wrong. I'm doing everything wrong. Which is very on brand for me. Aha! Tree. I think I haven't been at this tree in this go yet. Let's west around it. This is not very easily controllable. I'm about as good at controlling this thing as I am at controlling my own body. Uh-oh. So he's right behind the tree. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. You probably shouldn't do that. Oh, hi. Okay. I'm just gonna leave now. I'm sorry, that probably isn't how you're supposed to play this game. One time when I played this, I just spent like 10 minutes fitting myself between trees to see if I could fit between like trees that are really close to each other. I was trying to figure out how small I am. I don't know the lore, obviously, but am I Slender? Is Slender like a hallucination? Is Slender another personality of mine? The sound when you get close to him, that's what makes me jump. Don't look or take... Oh. So, we're not supposed to look at him. Cool. Are those doodles drawn by my past self as a child, as a cautionary tale for my future self? Because clearly somehow the child me knew that someday older me would be in these woods. No? No? That's bullshit? Okay. This is the same, or is it not? Have I been near this thing? Oh no. 3 pages, cool. Ooh, more creepy music. I want the 4th page so I get the drilling again. I'm starting to get like hand cramps from just pushing W for so long. Push that W, baby. See, this is why it's more fun to have two people on a gaming channel, because then you can discuss stuff, you know. Because here I am just basically talking to myself about how I studied lore creationally. Nobody wants to see that. I mean, I guess unless it's your thing. Yeah, baby. Tell me about how you studied copyright law for fun. Sounds less like a fan and more like someone with a very specific kink. Not shaming you, by the way. That's your thing, by all means. Not what I want this channel to be, obviously, because if I did, I wouldn't look like this, but if that's what gets you off, be my guest. Seriously, I'm cramping. I'm just gonna, like, oh. Well, I mean, 3 pages is not bad, right? Let's just go with that. For now. I will probably beat it in my spare time, because I have this thing where, like, if I start playing something, I kind of have to beat it, because otherwise I feel incomplete. I once spent 6 years reading a book that I really hated just because I wanted to finish it. I put it in the toilet and I would read like 1 sentence per crap. Just because I needed to complete this action. So I will beat this at some point, but maybe not on camera, because I feel like it would be so long and boring. Although, of course, much of that is just due to the fact that I'm really bad at this, and I don't know what I'm doing, but that is how I do things. I mean, I could go and read up on the lore and on how to play it and on where the pages are and to how to navigate this, but who wants that? No, I'm gonna walk around the woods for 7 hours to the point where my hands start shaking because I've been pressing the same button for so long. That's sad. Thank you for watching. So, since Slender so rudely interrupted me halfway through a sentence, in case anyone is curious, I was saying that my rule in life is anything's fine as long as it doesn't hurt anybody. So even if I don't understand something or can't relate to it, or even if I think it's weird or gross or whatever, it doesn't matter. As long as it doesn't do any damage, it's fine. Similarly, if something does do easily traceable damage, then even if it's socially acceptable and legal, I'm still going to make the effort to, at the very least, not do it myself. But when it comes to, law versus morality, the issue is that everyone has a different understanding of right and wrong, and even if everyone were to follow this rule, there would be so many different interpretations of harm being done. Like, does emotional harm count, or is it just physical? What about harm done to the environment? What about harm done to animals whose lives aren't validated by human attachment? There would be a lot of interpretations of even this simple concept, because people are very different and they have different backgrounds and different belief systems and different levels of empathy. But I think a worse thing is that a lot of the times we just straight up ignore the harm that is done by our actions, we just pretend that it's not there because we don't want to give up our privileges or pleasures or just even things we're used to. So we either just ignore the harm or we justify it in some way, often by claiming that it's either not serious enough or it's so common that it's fine now, or by claiming that the positivity that it gives to us is more important than the harm that it does to someone else. And we tend to vilify people who are trying to make us look at the consequences of our actions. We make it seem like them forcing us to face the damage that we do is worse than the damage that we do. Because that way, we don't have to feel guilty and we don't have to change anything about our lives or our behavior. And this is especially easy when it's something that is very common and socially acceptable, because then we can just say, well, everyone is doing it. And then we can just treat the people who are choosing not to participate in the harmful thing, or heavens forbid, try to get others to not participate in the harmful thing, as obnoxious pests who are just like trying to get us to feel guilty about things, or just straight up like evil monsters because they're making us look at the damage that our actions do, how evil. The world is just a mess. So welcome to my channel, where everything is horrible all the time. Subscribe if you hate happiness. And also, if anyone wants to do a gaming channel with me, hit me up. You might have to own a teleporter. Or maybe we could teleconference. Are there any teleconferencing gaming channels out there? Maybe we could be the first. I'm not sure if my equipment could pull that off. Imagine editing a video conferenced gaming video. So if you hate yourself, so do I. Let's do it together, it'll be fun. And for anyone who stuck around to the end of this, just for you, here's some lovely tentacle porn.